today I decided to run up the Dungeness Trail and to camp handy, and then up to the Heather Creek Trail in the Buckhorn Wilderness near the Olympic National Park, and again on the Olympic Peninsula in the Olympic Mountains. And with all the rain we've had, I was up here last week, all the rain we've had, it just blew out the Dungeness and Royal Creek and flooding everywhere. Today there's even been some snow and some rain, but it's a good hike, really not too terribly far or strenuous. So just up here running around, getting my workout and looking for some nice landscapes. And they call this Camp Handy, where I'm at right now, and it's up the Upper Dungeness Trail, and it's about 15 minutes from the fork to the Heather Creek Trail. But the Upper Dungeness Trail continues on up to Marmot Pass, but that's for another day. I did that last spring or summer, I believe. So maybe tackle that again in the near future once the snow comes off those peaks up there. So this is Camp Handy, and it's really not too handy here right now. It's all flooded. The Dungeness has pushed through the Camp Handy meadow here, and it's a big meadow. Last week when I was up here, it was all snow, and maybe a foot, less than that, a few inches anyway. But it's melting off, and this whole area is flooded through. So this camp is pretty worthless right now. So just slowly making my way back and looking for a few landscapes. There's areas of breaking of the sun and breaks from the rain, and then there's periods of snow as well. What's pretty cool is I was up here last week and I saw about 4 cans of food sitting in the corner here that somebody had left. That's kind of nice. And a little pan if somebody needed to do some cooking. But during the summer months, people could camp, set up tents all out through this whole area here. It's quite nice. So I came in here, a little squirrel rummaging around trying to forage and see what he could come up with. He hasn't been into my packs yet, so kind of neat. Somebody left some canned food should somebody need it. As you could tell, the creeks run off a lot of areas. Heather Creek runs into the Dungeness up above, but that's the trailhead heading up, and all this water just moving on through, and plus the snow melt here. It's pretty wet, so wet feet today. This camp right now isn't much good, obviously. So this that I just showed you, this is the Dungeness behind me, and it's all blown out, and all these creeks coming off the mountains here, and like I said earlier, Royal Creek, Heather Creek, they're just really moving. So a lot of the snow melt and the rain that we've had as well. Well, it took me this whole hike basically to get my first shot of the new year. And I saw this landscape, this setting coming in, so I knew I had to stop here on the way out. I think ideally there'd be some afternoon light coming through the forest canopy reflecting upon this scene, but I think it turned out pretty well. I did some focus stacking with it as well. There's a mountain stream that's flowing down through here across the trail into the Dungeness River. So I wanted to stop over, and this I think was going to be my shot. I shot f11 and a wider angle, then I brought it in a bit, and then I did some focus stacking, of course, f22, and then dialed it in 6 times on my Sigma. So I won't know till I open them up at home on the computer and see what I've got. So I'll turn you around, give you a look at the scene here. What I did was I took this first row of trees and lined up with that. They're kind of at an angle, and made sure that I had those falls coming out of the rock there just on the right side of the frame. And so that's again at f11, and I think focus stacking actually 30 seconds on each frame, but f11 15 to 20 seconds. And of course I have a circular polarizer on that as well.